What's up, YouTube?
I'm Christian, this is Maddie, and today we're just going to do a really quick cooking video on a pretty healthy option for burgers, because burgers are oftentimes like something that's hard to make healthy. And obviously this is like as healthy as a burger can get for the most part, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're cutting away like all the fat, all the stuff that's going to go into a burger simply because it is what it is.
But it's still delicious.
Still delicious. As delicious as a burger would be. So to start off, we have 96% beef?
Yes.
96% beef, so it's 96% lean and 4% fat, because that's how math works. And with this, a serving is 4 ounces. You can get it anywhere. We got ours at Stater Brothers, and it's Stater Brothers brand. They have Harris Ranch brand, all the different brands wherever you go. But this is a 4 ounce serving of this. If you end up wanting to weigh it out, or I mean a quarter pound. So even if you kind of eyeball it, but 4 ounces is 4.5. So 4 ounces of this. So you're about, give or take, you're about a gram of fat per ounce, and that's really good. I mean, most burgers, especially when you go out to eat, you're going to In-N-Out, McDonald's. Those are so different. You're going to Five Guys. Anywhere you're going, the reason that your burger is often so juicy and so good is because they're probably using like an 80% beef, which is going to be 20% fat. Which, and I don't know how to...
It's like about 10 to like 25 grams of fat. So like one burger at In-N-Out without the cheese is 10 grams of fat. And then one little mini burger at Five Guys is like 20 grams of fat without the cheese.
We're going to try to just kind of do like an infused burger for her. I'm going to try like... I'm not going to try, but we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to cook the sriracha into this burger and just see if it kind of like cooks the flavor in. It's like an infused metropolitan burger, but no, we're gonna see. I think it'll bake in pretty well. I think that'd be an easy thing to do. So, just gonna start out with this. I could actually bake the pickles in if you want.
No.
You wanna do that? Okay. She's cutting up some pickles because she loves pickles on everything.
Yes.
So, here, we'll have this patty right here.
I'm gonna season it. Okay.
And then for seasoning, it's kind of a preference thing. So whatever, this is a little bit thick. This is the seasoning is kind of like a preference thing, but some like staple things that I like to put on my burgers are seasoned salt, like the Laurie's. I'm pretty sure everyone has a bottle of that in their household. And garlic powder is at least something I've always grown up with, that you always put, like something that I've always been taught, like it's a staple thing you put on a burger. So garlic powder, and then let's flip that so you get a little more flavor.
Fun fact, I don't like touching raw meat.
Yeah, she doesn't. So, my responsibility. But kind of some staple things, obviously pepper, salt, anything to just kind of give it a little bit of flavor, especially if you are a fan of like a plain burger. So you don't really like to put anything on it besides like ketchup. You can really add some good flavor to it like that. And it's also a good substitute for lean beef like this, because fat, and whether it be a steak or burger, whatever it is, fat does infuse a lot of flavor into the steak when it cooks and makes it a lot juicier. So it is nice to be able to make up for the fat you're losing in this burger that's not as juicy with something like sauces. But that's where you can use Thousand Island, something that's more fatty that kind of substitutes it out.
And since we're using a lower calorie option for the patty, we can use higher calorie bread and buns.
And don't get me wrong, I love In-N-Out, Five Guys, all those places. But you know, it's fun to make stuff at home. Yeah. You know this little one? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll season this. I'm gonna wash my hands.
So what I like to do, since I count my macros, is I like to weigh it out, because it says that there's about 17 chips in a serving size, but if you really weigh it out, it's different. One thing I think people don't really pay attention to is the serving size on things. Because although it is 120 calories, it's only 120 calories and 17 chips. So people will eat like a couple handfuls and be like, oh, that was only 120 calories. But in reality, it isn't. So what are macros?
So macros are your macronutrients that are in your foods. So you got your fats, you got your proteins, and you got your carbs. So your proteins are obviously like your essential building block for muscles. Your fats are excess energy storage, and your carbs are your main source of energy. So depending on what your goals are, like for me, 'cause I'm trying to gain muscle and can't, you want to have a lot of protein, usually like a gram per pound of body weight, or at least like 0.8 gram per body weight depending on how much you weigh. But and then you want to have enough carbs, and you can usually calculate that out on like a macro calculator online. But it's important to have enough carbs in your day if you're trying to build muscle, because if you're eating enough protein to get muscle but not enough carbs, your body's going to start burning that protein for energy. And chances are, if you're not eating enough carbs, you're probably also not eating enough fats, because fats and carbs oftentimes go hand in hand in foods. But pretty much what we're trying to stay away from today is too many fats. So we're trying to eat, like, both of us, really high carbs, high protein, but more on the leaner side of most things, trying to stay away from too much fat. Can we do something fancy?
What?
Oh, put the head stuck to it.
Nice.
Your turn.
Okay.
What picture? Two. Ew.